So students, you got the idea how to match these two graphs to get a unique set of values of V, H, I and H. Okay. So the value of R, what we used to get for this sample in our lab, if it is for N type, then the exact value is 19 into 10 to the power minus 5. And what should be the unit? Volt, centimeter, per unit, ampere, per unit, Gauss. And if it is the case of P type, then we used to get the value of the Hall coefficient as 33 into 10 to the power minus 5 volt centimeter per amp per Gauss. That means both type of charge carriers, N type and P type, we were considering for the germanium. So we are the two different types, N type or P type, we are getting the idea from the value of the Hall coefficient after performing the experiment. Okay. Now, the precautions what we have to take here. Obviously, the Hall probe must be rotated in this field until the position of maximum voltage is reached. That we are doing. This is the position of direction of the current in the probe, and the magnetic field would be perpendicular to each other. To verify that, we have to do that. Always increase or decrease the current gradually. Switch on or off the power supply at the zero current position in constant power supply. I have shown you that. Keep the pole pieces covered with small amount of grease to avoid rusting, and the magnet as a whole may be covered with dust cover when not in use. We have that, and that we used to follow. The current through the sample should not be large enough to cause heating. I already have shown you that in milliamp we used to flow the current, and the maximum one we consider is 9 milliamp. Okay. Although the dimension of the crystal do not appear in the formula except the thickness, but the theory assumes that all the carriers are moving lengthwise. Practically, it is found that a closer to ideal situation may be obtained if the length may be taken 3 times the width of the crystal. It is normally considered that the length is 3 times the width of the crystal. Now, what about the thickness of the crystal Z? What will be supplied to us? That is the Z value. I already mentioned you that it will be supplied. The value is 5 into 10 to the power minus 2 centimeter. So you are understanding how small the thickness of the germanium crystal is. Only 5 into 10 to the power minus 2 centimeter. Okay. So I hope you have understood that how to take the data in 2 steps or 2 tables, and how to plot the graphs, and most importantly how to match the graph for the determination of Hall coefficient, which is the quantitative measure of the Hall effect, which is set up in the semiconductor. Okay, so let us complete our today's session, and again in some other class we will meet. So thank you, my dear students, for listening to me. Okay.